talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up. I see you like the again. While you was sleeping on me, I make 40 bands by 4 p.m. Baby, take it. Everything you want, I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you go your man with my name in your mouth? I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tennessee Titans. Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Here's Mariota. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Parker. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A first down throw for Mariota. And over the middle, this is Parker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's complete to Parker, left side. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Flushed out right. Over the middle, complete. That's Parker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Crowell. He'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Third and short yardage, Mariota. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. On first down, it's Tannehill. This could go left side to Aguilar. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Here's Tannehill. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. The left side completion to Jones. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jarrell Casey with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Now it's Crowell. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's a give to Crowell. And some room to maneuver. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Throwing is Mariota. Wiggles free. Caught left side by Funchess. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Second down, Mariota. Buying time to his left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Mariota to throw it. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And this return's going to go backwards about 8 yards, but the interception is good, and they have the football. Parker unable to get that one.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't a crazy, crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, But you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Tannehill. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. First down, Mariota. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. Mariota now after the pick on the last drive. 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Mariota. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Parker. And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. The pitch to Crowell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a handoff to Crowell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Mariota. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play. But when it doesn't work, Oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Tannehill being chased out left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. And the Colts have opened it up a bit, leading by 2 scores. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Derek Morgan in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Mariota. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Corral. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
3rd and long here for Mariota. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? It's certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Out come the Titans now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete here.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Njoku. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback in the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now McCoy. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. LaShawn McCoy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. No problem there on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now it's Wilson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Out to the right here to Wilson. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Mariota. Wilson snags it left side. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. A good pickup there at 22.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Chandler Jones, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Albert Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And his kick is right through. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Hey, 20.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Dante Hightower on the stop.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish.
The Titans on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And the blitz does come. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The Eagles offense back out onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Let's go.
They begin with a run by Crowell. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Mariota, and Walker has it. He's got a first down and more past the 30, and all the way out to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. A first down throw for Mariota. A little dump off for Crowell. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Again, it's Mariota going underneath for Crowell. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw Mariota. Dancing to his left. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Mariota. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Parker, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On the read option, it's Mariota. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Mariota to throw it this time. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Mariota to throw. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down. Throw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Looking left sideline in.